All right, it is that time of year again. The nominations for the Game Awards are here, but I'm not here alone. I'm joined by Memnook,
Yo, what's up?
and we're gonna see who it is this time. Best Esports, Memnook. You recognize any of these people?
Oh man, I love Billy Gaming, let me tell you.
I'm gonna make some predictions. We'll see how many I get right by the end of the show. I'm just gonna throw a
Okay,
dart at the dartboard. I'm gonna say
okay,
T1.
I, I'm gonna say they're Asian, because 3 out of the 5 teams are Asian. So I think it's a reasonable bet. If I put $50 on it, they'll probably be Asian winners.
All right, there you have it, folks.
What is this?
This is Best Esports Athlete.
I like the name Faker though.
I know who Faker is because he's like the most popular dude here.
I got you, Faker.
I'm gonna go with Faker on this one. That's my prediction.
Yeah. It's gonna be League or Valorant.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not because I want them to win. Honestly, I think Counter-Strike 2 might... I've never played any of these.
Yeah, let's keep that in mind. We haven't played a lot of these games this year.
All I know is that League of Legends players are dirty and disgusting. I hate them. They need to go somewhere where I am not.
That's fair. Even though Arcane is a great show, I'm staying far away from League. Not touching it. It's not my cup of tea.
I'm sure the show is great, which I haven't watched, but the game's community is just they don't use deodorant.
I think League's gonna win. I think you're right on that. It's been a pretty decent year for them, I think.
It's gonna go to Queso. It's gonna go to Queso just because I don't want the VTuber to win. I just don't.
I mean, VTuber won last year, Midnook. I think it's very possible. The VTuber crowd is huge.
Wait, who won last year?
Iron Mouse.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not.
It's stupid.
Iron Mouse won, and it's been a pretty big year for her, but it's not about her. It's about Queso. Queso's getting this.
I know nothing about USADA, so no hate USADA, but I don't know who you are.
All right. Yeah, this is usually a category I don't know many people, but I do know Queso. Man, this is going to GTA. Not even a question.
It's not even close.
Not even a question. Okay.
Did Yakuza like a dragon adaptation?
It did. I heard about it, but I didn't know it was out. Speaking of things that are out, didn't this just start? And it's already nominated?
I think Arcane and Fallout are gonna have to fight for it.
Yeah. Knuckles and
Because
Tomb Raider,
I'll
well,
say this.
decent. I don't think they're in it.
I've heard some decent criticism of the Fallout show, but
Yeah.
I loved it. There were only some minor nitpicky things with the lore that I don't like, but other than that, it's excellent. It was a phenomenal adaptation, and as a Fallout fan myself, I think they did a really good job of building a wacky world that also felt serious at the same time in the setting. And also, it treated human lives like fucking paper, which is exactly what Fallout kind of is. And I really appreciated that attention to detail in the Fallout show. And no one really talks about is that they just threw out lives like crazy instead of making every fucking extra feel like, oh my god, I feel so bad for killing that extra who has no name and no backstory. I think that's a really good thing Fallout did. And I think Amazon did a really good job of adapting Fallout. So I think it's going to be a fight in between those two. Knuckles, I know nothing about it. I didn't know like a Dragon Yakuza adaptation even existed. I knew the Tomb Raider thing existed, but I haven't seen anything of it. So maybe she'll come out of left field with those big old polygon things on her. But I doubt it. That's my prediction.
I think I agree with you. As someone who isn't too big into Fallout, I've only seen it from what you've played. I think this is a great, like, introduction to the world of Fallout if you're a new person.
Season 2 is being worked on right now, and I really hope they make it good like the last season, but I've seen some leaks and the script doesn't look too great. I'm gonna be honest.
Well, I'm gonna put my money on Fallout on this one. I think Fallout's gonna win, but I haven't seen Arcane Season 2, so maybe I'm jumping the shark.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen these
either
other
one,
three.
So
Yeah.
I'm sorry to tell you guys, it's just gonna be Call of Duty. It's not even close. As much as I would love it to be Helldivers 2, which not right now actually, or Space Marine 2. Space Marine 2 just doesn't have the oomph behind it that everyone else on this thing has. Tekken 8 probably doesn't even have 20% of the sales of Black Ops 6. It's not even close.
That's true.
I could look into that later in the video, but
no, you're probably right. I think it's pretty surprising Tekken 8 is on here at all.
I'm not saying sales determine like who's gonna win.
Right.
But in terms of mass numbers, more people are gonna vote for Call of Duty Black Ops 6 just because more people naturally play that game. Period.
Yeah.
I'd probably pick either Helldivers 2. Regrettably. Yeah, I'd probably pick that because I don't know anything about Space Marine 2's multiplayer.
Right.
I think it's just the campaign, like Halo style.
Yeah, I mean, Helldivers 2 had a great start. Great start.
I would love to play Space Marine 2 with SK at some point. That'd be great.
Yeah. I mean, looking at this picture, I've always said, like, ever since I've seen these guys, armor looks absolutely amazing, but I just know nothing about the game.
Oh, yes. They're great. They're great.
But yeah, I'm going to go Helldivers 2 on this one. As much as I really am happy Tekken 8 is here, fighting games usually aren't on this part of the list. But
yeah.
I don't think Tekken 8 is going to get it. I think Helldivers 2. I'm going to put my prediction, my money on Helldivers 2. Gonna lock it in.
How much?
$0.00. Moving on. Best sports / racing.
God, let's go. Where's Forza?
I know, this is a sad day.
I don't understand. Where is it?
As the biggest fan of Forza who's never played it, I am deeply saddened that Forza did not make it. I don't know what they were thinking in the Game Awards jury. Maybe, Jeff Keighley just didn't have his eyes on properly. Maybe he needs to check his eyes.
I'm voting for Forza. I don't care if it's not.
Gonna vote for it anyway. This is a Forza. Who are these people? That's not Forza car.
Yeah, that's F1. That's low tier garbage Forza copycat. All right, everybody's trying to copycat the racing game genre from Forza because they started it. No, they didn't. But it's not even close. Forza's gonna win in a landslide.
Okay, but first off, let me just say I am very impressed that WWE 2K24 is on here. I think this is the first time a WWE 2K game has been on the Game Awards. I think
this might be the only 5 sports games that came
out. I know, but I'm impressed nonetheless.
Hey, wait.
Even
I'm gonna bet it's gonna be a 2K game.
That is a very good prediction.
Seeing as though they got nominated 3 separate times.
My prediction, I'm actually not gonna say 2K game. I'm gonna say it's gonna be FC.
It's gonna be Manor or Frostpunk 2, and I say that just as someone who plays strategy games.
Well, you know more than I do in this category, as the only game I've seen...
And I never heard the other 3.
The only one I've seen is Unicorn Overlord, and that's because it was on the Nintendo Direct. I remember that. And people are, fantasizing about the female characters in the game. That's about all I've seen.
Great.
But...
we're gonna lose.
So this is gonna be a throw dart at the dartboard. I think I'm gonna go Mandalore on this one. Mandalore's gonna take it. Best family. Bring all the family. Bring all the kids. We have Astrobot, Princess Peach Showtime, Super Mario Party Jamboree, The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, and the Funky School.
I'm calling it out. I'm calling it out right now. This is not even fair. What?
Yeah, I think Astrobot might take this one. Although, it's either going to be Astrobot or Mario Party. If we're talking like...
The original Astrobot or the new one?
The new one. This is the new one you were seeing.
I haven't heard as much hype about the other three, so I might go with Astrobot 2.
Yeah, I think Astrobot's gonna take this one. As crazy as it is that 3 Nintendo games are here.
I feel like if Astrobot wins this will be a good kick in the rear for Nintendo to stop making like constant games and start pushing in the time into making games instead of making them like year after year after year. Just pushing out basically reskins of old games.
I think it's gonna be the opposite. I think if Astrobot wins, this will be a kick to Sony to not dump billions and billions and billions into one single game and just make the smaller game like this one.
That's a solid point. Oh my god, bro.
I know you see it. I know you see it. We'll get to it. We got Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, Grand Blue Fantasy vs. Rising, Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade Classics, Multiverses, and Tekken 8. Already hear the boos in the audience. Oh, the fans aren't happy.
I'm not the audience. I'm literally a speaker in the front. Like, what are you talking about? I'm in the video. I'm not in the audience.
Alright, so I'm gonna run through these games quickly. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, tons of Dragon Ball characters. That is the Dragon Ball fan game. That is like, if you are a Dragon Ball fan, like this is the game for you. I don't know how much it holds up in like competitive, as it is like a 3D brawler, 3D arena fighter, like Jump Force, but it did pretty well. It did pretty well. It's a big Dragon Ball game. Grand Blue Fantasy vs. Rising, very good. I have the game. I want to get to it, but I've been playing the other Grand Blue game, the RPG, but I've seen good things about it. Much better than the first Rising, or the first Grand Blue versus game. I've been waiting for this thing since forever, so if it wins, I'll be very happy. What do I say about multiverses that hasn't already been said?
It's dead.
But I wanted to love multiverses, man. Like, this game has so much potential. It is oozing with potential. It is gushing. It is creaming. I'm gonna say it's creaming with potential. But it just
Please don't use that.
they messed up so bad on the second outing, and it's like fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. So, you know.
Are you stupid? That's not how the saying goes.
That is how the saying goes. What?
It's fool me once, shame on,
Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Or is it the other way around? It's one of those two. Point being,
Are we stupid?
we might be stupid, Memnook. I'm sorry I had to reveal it to you this way. But
No.
hey, it's me, Future SK. I show up whenever past SK messes up. Today's mess up, you can probably already guess what it is. No, SK, you're dumb and stupid. That's not how the saying goes. It's fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Which still works in this scenario. Because Multiverses messed up the first time, put the game offline, we trusted them to make it good, to put it back online, the game's mid! So hopefully with enough updates, it becomes good. Also, I mentioned it later in the video, but I'm gonna mention it again now. Where's Rivals of Ether 2? It should be in this section. Jeff Keighley, what are you doing? Who made this list? And then Tekken 8, man, what a game. Very colorful, very stylish, very flashy. I only played the demo for it just to play around with the controls, and it is such a good looking game. So if any game's gonna win, I think it's Tekken 8. I think it deserves it. But that is my takes on the fighting games.
I'm gonna say it. I'm placing my bet on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
But let's talk about this, Memnook. Elden Ring DLC, the expansion.
It shouldn't be on there.
It is on here.
It's not because I don't think it doesn't deserve anything at all. It's
Right.
because I don't think an DLC should count as a game.
I agree.
That's stupid.
I think having an expansion.
People in the comments, I'm sure they're gonna get one. We're gonna get one. It's like, oh, you're taking Elden Ring bad. It is like a whole separate game because blah blah blah. Shut up. No one asked you.
I'm sure this DLC is phenomenal. The original Elden Ring is beloved. Like, won Game of the Year. I mean, we know it's a good game. But
yeah, you don't need to keep telling us.
but to have an expansion beat out like big time full releases like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
No. To have a DLC beat actual king games.
All right, yeah, Final Fantasy. That's my prediction. I think he's gonna take it. Best action / adventure: Astro Bot, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, Silent Hill 2, Star Wars Outlaws, and The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom.
The reason I'm not saying Outlaws I'm saying Outlaws doesn't even have a chance. I have heard nothing about it.
Oh, I think I hear, but no, I don't hear Buzzy. Buzzy has no comment on this one.
He said nothing about it though.
He didn't get it. He doesn't have the game.
Exactly. That's my point. If you have devoted fans not getting the game, you can't expect people to go out and vote for it.
Yeah, this one kind of just came and went, man. This is just another Star Wars game in the pile.
Yes, exactly.
I've heard good things about Prince of Persia and Silent Hill 2.
Me too. I've heard a lot of good things about Prince of Persia. I haven't heard anything about Silent Hill 2 because I'm not in that community, to be fair.
Right. You're not big on the horror thing, so that's fine. But yeah, I think Astrobot's taking it. I'm going with Astrobot.
I really wish that either Space Marine 2 or Black Myth would win because I've seen a lot of Black Myth or a lot about it. I think it's a wonderful looking game. It looks absolutely beautiful. But with all this that's been going on with it, the voting panel is not going to vote for it because they're a bunch of freaking losers. And it's not going to win, unfortunately. It would be great if it did, but I don't think it will.
Don't think it will. Not putting your bet on the Wukong.
Not that I don't want it to. I think it deserves it.
Right.
I think it's the best candidate on this list, to be honest, other than Space Marine 2, but that's because I'm biased.
I'm going to put my vote into Black Myth Wukong. I think we've already addressed these two. This is the first time Stellar Blade has popped up. Surprisingly, I've heard good things about it. At the time it was coming out, everyone was just saying, "Oh, this is like Nier Automata all over again. Oh my gosh, everyone's just gonna play because she looks hot." Blah 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 blah. But
yeah, I heard that too, and I was just like, "Yes, that's how that works."
And the game came out.
Know how marketing? I just don't understand that controversy because like, does no one know how marketing works?
I mean, it was a good. It works. It works, man. Surprising. We like.
Are primarily played by who? Men.
We tend to like
do you think it's gonna
hot
get
characters.
Men to buy a game. Hot women.
But hey, it had the hot woman, and it backed up its good gameplay along with it. So
yeah. I'm not saying at all. I'm not belittling. Still, let me be clear. I think Stellar Blade is. Huh?
Brother the ball. All right, go on.
Did you just interrupt me to make a person?
I'm sure he's a big fan of the game too. Anyway.
The level of disrespect is immeasurable. And I will never forgive you for this transgression.
Oh, goodness.
Anyways, as I was saying, before I was rudely interrupted by Barack Hussein Obama, I'm not belittling Stellar Blade at all, whatsoever. But what I'm saying is that people just don't understand logic, and I think that's the reason Stellar Blade's gonna lose. I think Black Ops 6 is probably gonna win this, just because of the money, and just because it's Black Ops.
Memnook, did you play any of these games or know of any of them?
No.
All these I've probably seen one trailer for, and that's it. The most I saw was for Batman, and that was because most people are like, "Bro, I'm hungry. Suicide Squad is so bad. I'm hungry for Batman Arkham. Oh my gosh." Like, that's all I saw from that game. I hear it's good, but I don't have a VR headset, so you won't be hearing my gameplay takes for that one. Dartboard time. I'm gonna say Metal Hell Singer's gonna win. Well, it's no surprise the one we've seen the most of is Zenless Zone Zero. I mean, it's a Hoyoverse game. You know how those things go. But from what I've seen, the animation, very fluid. The character designs, it's Hoyoverse. They look like Hoyoverse characters. They have all the design details in them. I think this is going to ZZZ. I think it's going to Zenless.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna side with you, not because I want it to be, because probably it is.
I think it's.
And I think that's the theme that I'm going with this year is, I don't want this to win, but I think it's going to anyways.
All right. So, remember that video game Donkey Company published game? Well, there it is. It is on.
That's it?
That is the one, Animal Well.
Oh, I didn't realize his games were starting to come out yet.
Yep, big mode. There it is. But all I know is that Video Game Donkey was heavy shilling for this one, heavy vouching, naturally.
Yeah.
And I guess it was rightfully so. Here it is. But will it win? I don't know. That is the question.
YouTubers never win anything substantial. But this is an unsubstantial category, so maybe I'm just kidding.
I think
Man of Words is gonna win, simply because that's the one I know of.
Okay. I'm gonna throw the dart again. I'm gonna give it. You know what? I'm gonna give it to the card game. I think this is the one that's gonna take.
Okay.
Haven't played any of these.
Me either.
There is one big thing I do see on here that's not on here, but it probably missed the cut, which is Rivals of Ether 2. But understandable so.
What is this?
This is best independent game.
What does that mean?
So, in this indie studio. What we last looked at was debut indie, so this is like their first indie game.
Oh.
But they wouldn't get qualified for that because they made Rivals of Ether 1. So, dartboard time. I think we might just give it back again to Bellatro.
Fortnite.
I think it might go to Fortnite on this one.
Again.
I think it. Well, I would say Helldivers too, but that change they did nearly.
Yeah, that killed it.
That killed that chances, I think. Had they not done that, this would have
As
been.
someone who loved Helldivers 2, I loved it, and then they made. No.
Yeah.
Nah. To be fair, I stopped playing before that happened, so I can't really say I stopped because of that, but
Right.
it really didn't help them. Snoop Dogg got in Fortnite. They're winning this one, okay?
Snoop Dogg's gonna get them the win. Everyone loves Snoop Dogg.
Man, my favorite Snoop Dogg moment was when he had that stream.
Am I still streaming?
Man, that is the most boomer ass thing I've ever seen in my life. Fortnite again. My father would be very happy if it was Destiny 2, but nothing would happen except for the days because they just released DLC slop after DLC slop.
Yeah, I'm not saying Destiny 2 for this one. Definitely not. I want to say Helldivers 2, at least for one of these categories. I feel like it might get one. Even with the mess up.
No.
I'm gonna do it, Memnook. This dart is going to Helldivers 2. It might not be the right one, but it's what the heart wants. I think I'm gonna give it to Helldivers 2 on this one.
Well, your heart is wrong. Favorite one on this list is Life is Strange 2, because the main character literally gets freaking disowned by Chloe after saving her life, spending the whole game trying to save her life.
Okay. So I guess we should say spoiler alert for that. Yeah, I don't know if this gets changed later. I'm not playing the game, but I did see that Chloe and Max split up in Life is Strange Double Exposure, which completely, utterly shatters the reasoning behind the first ending. Because in Life is Strange
Why did I
2,
play the first one?
in Life is Strange 2, it is confirmed that Max and Chloe leave Arcadia Bay and leave it to die. That's the canon ending. That is the main timeline one. So for this to happen,
Wait, so the guy dies?
the guy dies.
Yeah, the guy who like Max.
Yeah, they all die. Everyone who was in Arcadia Bay, if they didn't leave, it's over.
Oh.
So yeah, most of that city died except for Chloe and Max. But yeah, that is the only one I know any information about though. I don't think it's gonna win though. And then as for Hellblade 2, all I heard about it was that it's alright. That's about it. I'm gonna give it to this
Give
one.
it to Life is Strange 2 because it's funny. Oh, please don't let it be the Veil Guard. If it wins a single award for that dog like scene, like you saw the scene, I'm sure you did.
I think there's a lot of scenes.
Everybody on the internet saw it.
There's
Absolute garbage. Cringe induced hysteria. Like, okay, well, obviously you probably have a different opinion on it than me, but just because of fundamentalism.
All I can say for Veilguard here is that I saw the gameplay, looked alright. The story gets told to you 1,000 times throughout the story. That's all I really know about it. I don't think he's gonna win this though. My dart is going to Call of Duty. I think Call of Duty's gonna take this one. Something about it.
Yeah.
Something about it tells me Call of Duty's gonna take this one. Now it doesn't say which character they voice, so we're just gonna have to guess if we know him or not. We have Brianna White. Yeah, you can look him up. You can look him up. We have Brianna White from Rebirth. We have Hannah from Life is Strange. I'm gonna guess for Max. We have.
Oh, I'm choosing Brianna.
Oh, who is it?
You know who it is.
Do I?
It's Aerith.
Oh, I see why you picked it. Okay. Humberly from Star Wars Outlaws. I'm guessing you're the main character. Luke Roberts from Silent Hill 2. Again, I'm guessing you're the main character. And Melina, gonna guess you are the main character. But alright, I think you're right on this one. This is going to Final Fantasy. I think this is going to Final Fantasy here.
Mainly because I want Aerith to win.
I want Europe to win too. Part of me wants to go Astrobot, but another part of me wants to go Silent Hill. I feel like when it comes to audio design,
Is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth on here?
yes, it is in the middle.
And then, yeah, I want to choose that one.
Okay, fair enough. There's definitely 3 possible ones I want to pick. I feel Silent Hill 2 because it has horror. It has that edge. You really gotta be big on audio and sound design when you're doing a horror game. So I don't know. Something tells me.
I think it's gonna be a video game.
Man, as much as I love Rebirth, I'm gonna give it to Silent Hill 2. Something in me tells me it's gonna win.
Yeah.
Best music and score. Here we go.
Final
Do we
Fantasy
even need to say the names?
No, don't. Get it out of here. Let's go.
Rebirth soundtrack, fantastic. I've heard a bit of Metaphors. It's great, but man, Rebirth hits. Rebirth is good.
You know my favorite theme, Roach. Let's go.
I gotta give it to Metaphor, man. Its art direction is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Metaphor. I'm gonna go with you on this one.
The art, the UI, everything, it's gorgeous. I'm gonna give it to Metaphor.
I don't think Rebirth will win simply because it is a remake.
Yeah, I mean, it is only part of a story. I don't know if people will like that. It is still on a to be continued. I think I'm gonna give it to Rebirth. It's between Rebirth and Metaphor. I think Rebirth might take this one. But that dart
I have no chance on this one.
isn't very too in
Yes.
there. I think I'm gonna say Wukong on this one.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's gonna go to Wukong. Something in me tells me. Alright, so this is game of the year? Yep. We have Astrobot, Bellatro, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring, Shadow of Entry, Rebirth, and Metaphor.
Why is it on this list?
Dang.
That is so stupid. Why?
Well, as stupid as it is, I don't think it's gonna win. I will generally be a little bit pissed if it does win, but I understand. I'm sure Entry's great, but it's an expansion. It's not the full
Not a
game.
Is it a DLC?
But we got some good
Black Myth
contenders.
Wukong to just piss everybody else off. Okay.
All right, so here's what I'm thinking. I knew it was gonna come down to Final Fantasy and Metaphor. I figured that my love for Square Enix and Atlas were going to fight on this night. But who is gonna win? Hell, Astrobot could win. Could swoop in and take it. Little nice 3D platformer. You never know. Underdog here is definitely Bellatro. I think it's a card game.
Yeah.
It's definitely the underdog here, for sure.
I want Black Myth Wukong to win simply because I want their vengeance. I want them to have their vengeance. I want them to laugh at everybody who tried to get them canceled over the internet. I want them. I want that Chinese development studio. I don't care if I don't like China, but they need to win simply because of all the BS they had to put up with this year.
Well, I'm gonna go with my heart. It's between Metaphor and Final Fantasy. And I think I gotta give it to Metaphor. I'm gonna give it to Metaphor. I'm gonna give it to Atlas. For what I've seen, I think I'm gonna go with my heart on this one. My brain says Final Fantasy though, 100%. But
I would accept that, but I feel like Wukong deserves it more.
I see that. I see that. Well, all right. I just want to look real quick. I want to think what games didn't get nominated. Right off the bat, Persona 3 Reload missed the cut. It is kind of sad it didn't get like best OST, best soundtrack, or anything like that. Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League missed the cut, guys. I'm so sorry. I know a lot of you really wanted it in Game of the Year.
No one noticed.